So, Chandra, I read an article this week that the person writing the article claimed that the supply chain is just too complex, too interconnected, and too fragile to be completely immune to shocks, especially global pandemics or major wars. Do you agree with that assessment?
Um, yeah, I mean, yes, I do. Um, the big question is that an ideal state, or is it, are we ever going to get there? That's a big question, right? I mean, we've been, like Carlos mentioned a few minutes back, we've been trying to solve all these issues of variabilities and lead times and inventory levels and route optimizations and all that for many, many years. It started with operations research, and then it went on to other technologies and so on. But we've still not, got to the end state where we can safely say that we have a solution for this. So yeah, I mean, ideally you can get there, but how long, we don't know.
And then I think you have to keep in mind that we talk about a supply chain, but at least as I've always thought of it, there are really 3 or 4 different flows that are not synchronized. You've got this physical flow, right? Something gets made, gets put into a box, gets put into a train, gets put into a boat, etc. So that's one structure. Overlaid on that is an information structure, right? Forecast, order information, visibility, status, transportation, 3PL, so on and so forth. Then you've got another money structure, right? Money changes back and forth. And so you have at least 3 where you say, and again, they operate in different ways through different systems. If you look at it, they say the supply chain is a complicated thing, but it's actually in 3 dimensions, right? The physical dimension, the information dimension, and the financial dimension, and they're rarely aligned. And I think that's kind of what you're seeing here. The goods may be flowing at one particular point, but the information flowing back from customers or from stores can be in a completely different, almost time zone, right? If you could use that metaphor. So the complexity in the model these models are sort of inherent, and it's, like I said, hard to do on a good day. When you add things that we're dealing with now, it gets very complex.
Yeah, I agree with you. And a lot of new technology that we're seeing and we are applying, in my firm, are actually helping with the information side. Now we're trying to connect the information flow to the digital flow. We're calling it digital twin. You always have, new terms coming into the industry. I think you mentioned control tower a little earlier in the call, in the podcast. It's not a new concept. I mean, it's a new term that's been coined by some analysts in the industry, but it's not a new concept. I mean, people have been trying to do this for a really long time. And, and you have challenges implementing some of these things because, at the end of the day, as Carlos mentioned, information flow is not pure. I mean, there's still a lot of gaps in the way we manage information, but I believe strongly with all the new technology that's coming in. I think many years down the line we're going to see a very efficient supply chain. That I think that's a goal that's achievable.